you understand the respect your limits and the limits the other person. I think it's the end communication. It's a good choice to set the boundaries. And you, Arthur?
For example, I think to Sarah said that communication is the key, because about these boundaries, the communication is important to set this boundary. If I don't know if you're a friend, if your parents, for example, and I think that's it. So, for example, in my relationship with my girlfriend, in her family, I've almost all week, on some time a week, I have a meeting, a party, a birthday, and I want to stay home. I like to stay home, and some weeks have three meetings, three parties on the same week, and I said to my girlfriend, so, I don't go in all these parties. So I choose one of them, and sometimes I stay home. So I think like that, it's important the communication. He set this boundary too. And about you, Hannah?
I totally agree with you guys. I think it's very, very important to set boundaries in a relationship, clarify individual responsibilities, or encourage autonomy in the relationship, in the couple's life. So I think you have to understand the what is the thinking about your partner, and if this if he is a result of the boundary, I think it's a good way to understand the other person. So in a relationship, it's a very, very important to make these limits in the relationship.
Yeah, everyone brought some valid points, and I'm just curious to know how many people are in your girlfriend's family, because 3 parties a week, like, it's too much for me.
Yeah, it's a lot of parties.
I wouldn't go as well. Sorry, girlfriend, but I'm gonna have to be with Arthur on this one. I understand totally. And question number 2. Arthur would like to read this one, and you can answer, so I don't speak too much.
Yeah, does being naked as a no thing, example, every day, but not having sexual interaction, can make your partner lose interest in your body. When we overdo anything, we tend to get fed up. I think, for example, about the video, this example about the food. If I'm starving and I eat, for example, a pizza 3 times, and I don't know, satisfied about this pizza, I don't want more pizza. I think it's I maybe all things in excessive way, it's not healthy, and I think, for example, in this case, maybe it's case make you lose the interest in your body too. I think it's possible. I don't know, because I don't live about this. So I think that's it. And about you, Leticia, what do you think?
Okay, I think naked it's a taboo in our society, for example, but I don't have idea. I think it depends the relationship. I think it depends the person, because for me it's not so good today, but okay, and the other people live in this time. But I don't know. I think it depends the person, depends the relationship. And you, Renan?
I think it depends as well, because if this is a way of the if this is a agreement of the couple, I think it's okay. But like you guys, I don't live as this way, so depends of the couple and depends of the person, the guy or the woman of the I don't know. Depends. It's my answer.
Yeah. Each couple has their ways to live, their agreements, you know, they agree. Because for me, I've never thought about it actually, because thinking about being naked the whole time, it's kind of weird if you ask me, but people are not food, so maybe it's different, the reaction you have with food. I understood the analogy, but it works differently in my opinion, you know. So because with people it involves affection as well. It's not only about satisfying a need that you have. So maybe if you are getting sick of this person, maybe something could be wrong, you know. Not only about the I don't mean to say you have to have sex every day to, you know, but it's weird if you find yourself in this position to get sick of your partner. It can be dangerous for the future of the relationship. Just something that I was thinking here. And Wanda, what's your opinion?
Yeah, I agree with you. Person is not food. It's totally different. And there is many cultures like Indians. I don't know if Hindu is Indian in English, but they stay naked all the time and they have sex and have communities of naked person. And okay, no problem. They have children. I stay one day to visit, but not naked, in a in a
No
place
judgment.
in Copenhagen. Named is Christiania. And then it's a community naked. Many of them is naked, but not all the people. And okay, they have children a lot. I think it depends. It depends. For me, it's totally strange to cross in my house naked. I never stay like that, but it's okay for who choose this kind of thing. And don't be lose the interest, the sexuality. I think no.
Yeah, pretty good. Once I tried this alone at home, because people talk so much. When I get home alone, I go get naked just to know, well, nothing special. It's kind of weird, actually. It's just a
Why?
body like the others, you know. Like Leticia mentioned, we have this taboo with bodies, with people being naked. I understand. I have this. I'm not saying I'm a free, totally open mind, you know, but sometimes we are wrong. We might be wrong with a lot of prejudice, for example.
Yeah, it's for choosing.
A matter of lifestyle, maybe, and choices, of course. And guys, let's move to the next question. Hannah, would you like to read this one? You can share your opinion as well.
Okay. Nowadays, the cell phones are considered as the extension of our mind. It's healthy for the relationship to have access to the partner's password. I think this should be natural. Don't have to make the pressure in the partner. I think have to be a form of trust in your partner. So it should have be the pressure in the partner, but it's a form of trust in the partner. So in this case, I think it's important. Is important. So, but I have to say it should be natural in this case. So how about you, Arthur?
I think it's same like, I don't know, want to when you say about you, I don't know, say that about the kid don't make this, don't do this, and the kid want more of this. For example, in my relationship, we have the passwords about the cell phone, and I rarely, I don't know, say that rarely access my cell phone of my girlfriend. I think it's Renan, like said, is naturally and about to trust too. And I don't know, I make it maybe when to say you don't have this, you don't do this, and maybe the person, the people, want more this. So I think it's okay in relationship have access about this cell phone. And about you, Wanda?
I think depends of the rules of the couple. There is couple, they have secrets of financial part of their life, and it's okay. It's no problem. They live together and they live like that. And in cell phone, we have many things like bank, like friends. You need to get each other with a confidence, and the rule of the relationship is like, yes, we go, and you can go in my life totally, or not. You can stay in my life for a boundary, like financial or work. Work is only for me, and depends of the rules. If it is okay for both, it's okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah. How about you, Sarah?
I was thinking here while Arthur was talking that the partner might get curious if you say, "Oh, don't look at this," because we are like this as humans. We are curious about things. But I agree that should be natural. That if the person's willing to show you, then you can see. But you shouldn't force this, because at some point this person will feel like you're not respecting their private space. So that's something really essential for us to maintain. It doesn't matter if it is relationships with boyfriends or even a husband, a serious relationship, a more serious relationship. So for me, I think if I were in a relationship, I'd be willing to share, but I wouldn't force my partner to do the same. But I would like him to be willing to share as well. So we are like this. I don't like to force, but I like to see the people taking action, taking initiative. It's really something that I appreciate when I'm with someone. That's it. And what's your opinion, Leticia? Do you share your password with someone?
I think it depends the boundary set in the relationship, for example, because I agree if there there is a respect with the other people and they respect the space. If it's comfortable for the other parts to follow, for example, the password for me, it's, in my opinion, it's not necessary to access, because I understand in the first time it's a confidence in both, and if it's necessary to use it in the first time, I need a permission. For example, I ask about this because I understand the cell phones and the social media in general, it's a particular for one person. It's not necessary for me to follow or have access the password the other people.
Yeah, and something that is really annoying is when you ask the phone for a reason, like, my phone's dead, can I use yours to, I don't know, call someone? And then the person do other things, like looking at photos or something. My mom, she has this problem. Mom, look this picture. And then she's looking at 10 other pictures that I wasn't showing. So boundaries, guys, really important.
Yeah.
Just
All
do
of
whatever.
us have a secret. All of us. It's not necessary to open all of our mind, of our body.
I think it's a secret, okay, but I don't understand it with a secret. I understand the respect the space in the other people. I think just
of course. It's totally unnecessary. I agree with you totally.
Yeah, it can be both something simple or something bigger that someone's not willing to share. So we have to respect this decision, of course. And question number 4, it's really interesting as well. I'm gonna give it to you, Wanda. Can you read for us?
Okay, number 4. Yeah. Mental and emotional dependence. How to avoid it in a relationship? It's this dependence is a boundary, tiny boundary, because we need to get our sanity. If you have a totally dependence, mental, of emotional, it's like that. I'm a complete person, and my partner is a complete person too. We each other supplementary each other. But if I'm not complete and I want to him to complete me, it's not healthy. It's not a healthy relationship. You need to get completely and another one too.
This was just a therapy section. I have no words. Oh God, really amazing. Can you choose someone to translate this question?
Arthur, how about you?
I don't know how avoid it. I think maybe it's about the I don't know, the criação, I don't know, said that, because sometimes when kids grow up and I don't know, it's boundaries too hard, and kids don't do anything or always be together with parents. Parents don't leave the kids make mistakes, and when the kids grow up, it's I don't know, fragile people, and it's tendency have this about this dependence. So I think it's Wanda. I think it's the person has a computer for yourself. For example, now I'm here in my hometown, and my girlfriend is in his hometown, is her hometown. And maybe for me, it's more easier for her because I left my parents' house about I am when I was 17, I think,
Wow,
17 years
so
old.
young.
Yeah, and my girlfriend live with her parents, my father-in-law, for example, until now. So for me, it's easier to I don't get stuck almost anything. So I think it's about this the criação. I don't know as the word, but I think like this. And about you, Renan?
Agree with you guys. Some time ago, I read in some place that you have to learn to love our moments of independence. So you have to make sure that there is a relationship and there is a partnership, and you will be there if it is necessary. So you have to make sure that is a partnership, but you have to make sure as well also that your independence in moments when you or when you is not with your partner, when you are with you are with your friends or another place alone, it's important as well. So in this case, I think the conversation and talk about this case that independence is important as well to just to do anything else. So in this case, it's important with a conversation and make sure that independence is important in a relationship. And you, Leticia?
I totally agree with Wanda. I think when you are a complete person and the other people it's complete person, it's just to complete the one. And I think when you to avoid in relationship, you need to understand your feelings, you understand you. When you knows you understand if you are a mental or emotional dependency with other. And I think it's a key about any relationships, independence, it's a relationship, your family or your emotional or co-works. And I think Wanda explained it's bad with when you don't need depends than emotion relationship.
Really good. And self-knowledge is, like you said, means a lot in these cases. And that came to my mind about money as well, because if you are depending on someone because of money, that can mix with the emotional dependence, because you're like, oh, I'm not gonna get anything without this person. I don't have any way to provide for myself. So maybe another way for you to be your own person is to, go after the things you need and want in life. It's not easy, not at all, but it's necessary for our well-being and to be a complete person, like Donda mentioned. From my perspective, of course.
Yeah.
And we have some time, thank God, because this conversation is flowing so good, and I like to spend my time here with you guys. So let's go to question number 6. Leticia, would you like to read this one?
Number 6.
Yes.
Boundaries can be healthy or unhealthy. What are some of your healthy and unhealthy boundaries? Okay. I think the boundaries is healthy when you are respecting you and the other people, and the unhealthy when it's not a respect, and respect emotions, physical, and any kinds of your life, for example. In my opinion, it is. And you, Arthur?
Agree with you. I think it's the key is communication again. You said about this boundary, it's okay both parts. I think that's it. It's not much to add about your comment. I think it's healthy both parts. It's okay. About you, Wanda? What do you think?
Yeah, I think boundaries can be unhealthy when the boundary is so strong that get the partner out of your life. When the partner wants to talk, wants to change some things, some problems, some stuff, and the partner don't hear, don't open the heart. I think that is a unhealthy border. It's so strong that leave the partner out of the life. And boundaries health is for the rule of the couple, physically, like my sister, she wants to sleep in a room, and her husband in another room. It's okay. It's okay. It's physically separate, but they love each other, and it's okay. I think health is depend of the rules of the couple. And you, Sarah?
Yeah, sometimes the person kicks, so it's important to sleep separate, you know.
Yeah.
Some people sleep in a very with a lot of energy. They are kicking, they are speaking. Some people even scream sometimes.
You snore.
Yeah, it's a wise decision in these cases. Yeah, for me, I was thinking something like you said, to when you put people away, if you create some walls around yourself and people can't approach you, they can't, even friends or family, they can't speak to you, it's not healthy, because you could be solving this problem, you could be sharing what is hurting you, and if you don't speak, you stay in the same position with the same situation, you know. And for sure, it's healthy when you feel good. For example, work boundaries, I think it is essential. If you're like, okay, my hour is this one, I'm not willing to do extra time every day because I have my private life, I have my family, I have my personal projects. So it's really healthy, even for your mental health as well, to set some boundaries and choose your moments, you know, separate the work life and find the balance we all look for. Every time when we talk about work, this balance, it's a huge challenge.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
And I don't know, Arthur, are you with us, or maybe he left for some minutes? Okay.
I'm here. I close the camera because my connection is really bad. What's the question? Sorry.
No worries. Question number 6.
7.
6.
Can boundaries change with time? Give us an example.
I think you already answered this question 6, right?
No, I think
Arthur
Yeah.
ready.
Did you answer this question?
But no, may not.
Oh,
I
so
can
sorry.
answer. I can answer
Go
you
ahead.
fastly. So I think respect is a good key in this case. When boundaries is unhealthy, is because you don't respect the limits of these boundaries, and is healthy when you respect this boundary in this case. So if there is a couple, a masochistic couple, there is a limit in this case. So it's okay. It's okay. But that is the limit in this case. So it's okay. And it is healthy in my opinion in this case. So I think respect is the key in this case.
Great example. I couldn't think of anything better to make the picture, you know. Thank you. And Arthur, can you read the next question for us? Question number 7. It's also interesting.
Okay. Can boundaries change with time? Give us an example. Yeah, I think yes. For me and my girlfriend, for example, I don't know, say that in this year, we agree with about the money. We saving together about money we earn. And we have boundaries about how much we spend, for example, a month, and it can be changed. For example, in this week, I get a promotion and I earn more, and about this boundary change. So I think this boundary change about a long time, about the time, and I think that's it. And about you, Leticia?
I agree with boundaries change with the time. For example, I remember in my work in the past, I do any other things in my work, and along of this 1 year, I understand these things I did, it's bad for me, and I changed the boundaries with my boss, for example, because it's impossible to do anything in the same time. And in my opinion, when people change, I think the boundaries change too. And you, Wanda?
Yeah, I agree with you totally. I think all the time, all the things change. We change all the time, and the boundary it changes, needs to change too, because our desire is one today and another one next day. I think I am here. I'm now a person, but 10 years ago, I'm another person with another boundaries, with another desires. And in 10 years, it's another person too. We change. If you have a relationship, a partner, they change together. And they change the boundaries together too. But if you know me in next year, you know another person with many things different. Yeah. And how about you, Sarah?
Yeah, I'm with you. I was thinking about what you are saying, because relationships are great examples. At first, you are shy, you don't know that person so well. So, for example, intimacy and some situations, maybe you don't let this person go into your house yet. You have to wait some time to know if this person is reliable you know, if you feel comfortable around this person being alone, especially for women, maybe we have more boundaries because of our insecurities. We can feel like we are not safe sometimes. But once time passes and you trust more this person, you're gonna have less boundaries or maybe different boundaries. It's always you have to preserve your personal space, but in different forms, not as you did at first. So I'm with you for sure. And you, Renan?
I agree with you guys. As human beings, we are changing, and I think boundaries can change as well. In this case, cell phones or access of password is a good example. In the beginning of the relationship, maybe the couple don't want to give the access of the password for the partner. So as it goes, as the relationship goes, I think it's the most probable, I think, that the access of the password to another partner in this case. So I think I totally agree with you guys. Is boundaries can change anytime.
Sometimes you don't need even a huge time, a big period to change. For example, this pandemic has changed a lot of times in a short 2 years that it seemed like way more because it was so hard to pass through every situations we had. But 2 years changed a lot about education, even about work. Some people are not coming back to the office, so that's an example as well of how we changing times. You know, times everything when we talk about our process. And I can't forget to post the survey here, but we will still have more minutes to have the conversation, okay? You can click the link at the end.
I need to talk with Renan. I think, Renan, here in Niterói, there is 3 cases of monkeypox. Be careful. Take your mask again, and take care of touching in carrinho de supermercado. and again, be careful.
Thank you for the advice. Very appreciate.
We have to pray for the future and of course take our actions to be careful, like you said. Thank you for the advice. I wasn't remembering of this disease, and you brought something really important. Thank you.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm thinking so much about the elections that I forgot about the monkeypox, you know, but we have to remember all the problems.
Again, another disease again. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, all the problems we must know it, control in the way we can to take care of ourselves, of course. And let's do one more question. Question number 5. Boundaries can be emotional, physical, or even digital. Which are the hardest to set? I have no idea. So I'm gonna ask Leticia because she seems like she knows the answer.
Okay. I think emotional and physical depends the relationship. It's the hardest to set. I think these two kinds. It's change in the time and think depends the relationship when you change these boundaries about the emotion and physical. It's harder in the future. For example, if you don't set in the first time, if you can change in the future, I think it's the hardest.
I couldn't agree more. Set the boundaries from the first moment. It's really
Yes.
important. And Wanda, what do you think? Do you
Oh.
agree?
Boundaries is hard to to choose physical, emotional, or digital. I think emotional, because emotions is so bigger. Emotion include physical, include digital. Emotion include everything. If you have a bad emotion, yeah, I think emotional for me. I choose emotional.
Emotion are who we are, so it makes sense. I have to agree with you. I'm not saying more, just Arthur. What do you think? What's your opinion?
I agree with you, Wanda. I think it's emotional. It's more hard set because it's affect about healthy. It's crazy, and for me, health it's a delicate subject. So I think set about these boundaries in kind and emotional boundaries, it's hardest than others. About you, Renan? Have time?
I would pick emotional as well, but I was thinking, and I will pick digital because people can send nudes. So in this case,
Yeah,
it's a must
terrible.
must have boundaries in this case. So digital to me.
Yeah. Your examples are on fire today.
Yeah. Why? Why?
Now I have I'm gonna think about your answers till tomorrow at least. Guys, I love to spend my time here with you. I hope you guys did it too. Just replacing Sophia, but always a pleasure. Anyway, always a time to speak in English. I take all my chances, okay? And I hope you guys have a nice week. Can I take a screenshot? Because I like to share on Instagram about our meeting. You can smile or I don't know. Okay, done. Thank you guys so much. See you next week or for other meetings of here. I was talking Portuguese. And that's all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Enjoy your